This is how to do the infinite jet gun glitch. So first of all, you need double melee weapons such as the size. These are the ones I use the most, and I would highly recommend these ones. Next, you will need ether shroud in order to do this glitch. I would recommend a thermal grenade as I think they do the most damage, or you can use any of the other ones here apart from I think the frag grenade or the molotov. I don't think they particularly work very well. I would highly recommend using the combat axe or the thermal grenade, and I would recommend using a decoy. This is used so you can build the jet gun. You only need one argument, and that's for ether shroud, and that would be a void sheath, as you can see here. You need this to do the glitch. I'd also recommend you have the one below here, which I'm about to point out, which means you can have 2 double charges. So if you mess this glitch up, you can then do it again, but you do have to earn 2 charges. So you will need 2 charges in order to do that. Now I'd also recommend, which you don't have to have, is have Juggernaut, where you can have max health, which is 300 instead of 250. And I would also recommend having stronger plates, armored plates. Now into the game. So this took me just over 10 minutes, and first what we're going to do is grab the sprinkler here. Now you need to do this to build the jet gun. I'd highly recommend getting Juggernaut first. First thing I did was I ran all the way over to the bowling alley and activated the sprinkler so that I could build the jet gun. So this is the best method I've always found on solo, is to make sure that it's pretty much towards the end of the round. Rush over, try and build the sprinkler as much as you can. Ideally you want to try and get this to about at least 50% if possible. And once you get to around 50%, if you can, I'd throw a decoy. Like I said before, getting the decoy makes this a lot easier. You can take a little bit of a beating here, as you can see I'm taking. Throw a decoy as far as you can. They run after it, build it up again. You want to get this as close to the end as you can. Once they get towards you, I would highly recommend then activating your ether shroud. As you can see, I take a little bit of a beating. So I know that I don't really have a lot of time to do this in. And there we go. I activate it now. As I do this, I just about do it in time. Now this next part is pretty random, but you just got to take out the caretaker, which spawns around here. Once you take out the caretaker, you can grab his keys to the shed. Now I would also recommend that if you need some salvage in order to get the mangler cannon, if you go into the church itself, you can actually get some salvage by shooting the crystals. As you can see, there is the caretaker. Once I've taken the caretaker out, I grab his keys. I just have to go to his shed.
Seems his luck didn't stick around in the end, though. Wonder what the key's for. All right, Riffle. Let's see what you've been keeping locked up in here. A handbrake.
Now I don't actually have enough salvage at the moment to get a mangler cannon, so like I said earlier, to shoot these crystals, and you shall get some extra scrap. Now I've got enough scrap, I'm now going to go and get the magna cannon, which I can buy from here. Now you just have to equip it, fire it at this door, then search all these piles for the cables.
That's the wiring for the jet gun. I think that's everything we need for the jet gun.
Now you just have to go to the hotel room and build the jet gun. All done by round 8. Now once you've built the jet gun, the first thing you want to do is go into your combat settings on the start menu, and once you go to that, go to the equipment and behavior and change that to toggle.
Is that a design for a weapon? Looks like you already found some of the parts.
Now I would strongly recommend you put the inducer on, but when I did this run I actually forgot to put the inducer on. I'm not sure exactly why, but I quickly rushed it and didn't put it on, which was my mistake. I didn't actually notice until just after I did the glitch. Anyway, you want to go over to the bank now. So as you approach the bank, all you have to do is go next to where the vault is. Now this is actually quite easy to do. So what you have to do is hold down the suction on the right trigger for your jet gun, and as you do that you ether shroud at the same time. Now automatically your knives will pull out, and you just keep spamming the knives just with the right thumbstick. Just keep tapping them, and eventually your jet gun will come out. As jet gun comes out, you just melee once, and then pull the trigger once, and the suction will happen. Then you use your grenade button, and then that will pull out your thermal grenade, and now you're in the glitch. If you need a full power, there is actually one free in the game. Just go to where I am here and just shoot that there, and you'll get a full power, and then you can try the glitch again if you've failed it. I'm going to do the glitch one more time. So you equip your jet gun, and you activate the suction on your jet gun by holding down the right trigger. Then you ether shroud while holding on down to the trigger, and then you keep spamming the melee button, the right thumbstick, and eventually your jet gun will come back out. Just melee once, and then tap the trigger once. Now activate the suction, the infinite suction, then just toggle the grenade button once, and then you're in the glitch again. Now, something which I didn't explain earlier is you don't actually have to get any more perks. I tend to buy some later on. What I would strongly recommend is you get a serum and 2 black hole grenades as well. I would also recommend getting 3 shields as well, just to give you that extra protection. Now, this isn't God mode, and you can actually die. If you want to stay in this, what I would strongly recommend is you get your left thumbstick and rubber band it to the left. So you're always leaning to the left, so if you ever get knocked out of place, you'll always stay there. Now, from my personal experience, you can stay in this till probably around 300 rounds-ish, around 18 or 19 hours, but it may crash. But if you want to easily get to 100, it doesn't take particularly long. But you can obviously die, so you do need to sometimes keep an eye on it. Otherwise, from that, it's quite easy to get into. And any questions, put them in the comment section.